is a booming business with more than $1 billion in sales. Believe it or not, we're talking about vinyl records. Can you believe it?
No. But even with the resurgence in old-fashioned albums, Cincinnati is about to lose one of its most historic record stores. Luke Jones talked with the owner of Mole's Record Exchange about why he decided to close up shop.
When Mole's Record Exchange opened in 1974, The Way We Were was at the top of the charts. And in the 49 years since, Mole's has stood as a testament to the way it was.
A lot of changes. I've seen it all.
In the age of streaming, they still buy and sell vinyls. It's the oldest record store still operating in Cincinnati. But June 3rd,
I'm going to miss it a lot.
owner Dean Newman is closing up shop for the final time.
It's the toughest decision I ever had to make.
Newman began here as a customer, then quickly made his way to the other side of the counter as a store employee.
I never took any money. I just traded it for my time for records.
And he'd have happily continued with that arrangement, but in 1989, his boss presented him with what seemed like the opportunity of a lifetime.
Called me up one day and said, hey, I'm selling a store. I'm moving out west. You want to buy it?
He's owned it ever since, welcoming countless customers and even the occasional rock star.
Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top and 2 bodyguards. And when he walked out, Rick and I looked at each other like, we don't have a camera. We didn't even get a picture of this.
Newman's never counted how many records he has in his collection, but it's safe to say there are thousands here, spanning all genres.
Everything. I don't think there's one that we don't have.
As obsolete as vinyls sound, Newman says his customers skew young. Last year, vinyl sales grossed $1.2 billion nationwide, and in Cincinnati, there's plenty of competition.
I've had customers who sold me the record collection years ago, and they traded all in for CDs, and now they're coming back like, oh, I dug my turntable out of the garage, and I want to go back and get my vinyl again.
But an even greater demand than his records, the building on Calhoun Street. He's occupied since 2000.
I've had people for years wanting to buy the building.
This year, he finally got an offer he couldn't refuse. Rather than set up shop somewhere new, he decided it was time for a much-needed break. But it's not without some regrets.
A lot of tears in the last few weeks.
Newman says after 49 years in business,
I'll miss it dearly.
there'll be no encore.
It's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a ride.
In Clifton Heights, Luke Jones, Local 12 News.
And Newman is inviting his longtime customers to a farewell party at the store June 3rd. He says people are already reaching out about buying his record collection. Once his shop closes, Everybody's Record says it will be Cincinnati's oldest. It opened in 1978.